Hi guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Alexa, what's the time please?
The time is 9:07 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Wednesday the 5th of January.
Alexa, what's the weather like?
Right now in Rochester, it's 2 degrees Celsius with clear skies and sun. Throughout the day, you can expect more of the same, with a high of 6 degrees and a low of -2 degrees.
Hi guys, a lot has changed in the year and a quarter that I've lived in these new build flats in Rochester. A year and a quarter's gone past. The builders used to work right opposite. When I first moved into this flat, opposite was all scaffolding and builders were looking over, and it was just really badly noisy and terrible. Now the builders have moved right down the bottom. It's a lot better and they're back at work. They were back at work yesterday, the builders, working on Common Creek Wharf, and they're building flats just above the water. I took a walk yesterday around the riverside, and they do need to clean that water. The poor swans, beautiful swans, swimming in littered water, dirty brown water with bottles floating on it and filth. I mean, when you take a picture, you know, I wanted to take a picture of the swans and it was just dirty. The water was filthy, plastic bottles bobbing in it. Because people chuck their junk in the water, don't they? That's what they do. Throw supermarket trolleys, trash all in the water, and swans and ducks swim in it. Right, so yesterday I didn't go out really much anyway. I went to the co-op twice. I took Max out for a walk 3 times around the Rochester riverside, and I took him out last night around 7:15 in the evening, and it's pitch black. I didn't take the torch, just took Max for a quick walk last night about 7:15, just for half an hour before my neighbour gets back in. And I told you I went to the co-op, and then 5 minutes going out, there was a dog in there. It's noisy in these flats. It's noisy. It's full of kids. My flat is underneath the bin store, so you get woken up with a banging bin store. But I don't mind it. I've got used to it, and it's bearable. Last year it wasn't. It's bearable. It's nothing to get angry about. Kids make noise. People are noisy. That's it. That's life. Right? Wherever you go, someone's going to make a noise, even if you're in the remotest part of the world. Someone's going to come along at some point to make a noise. Either they're going to excavate something, bang, drill, or just make noise. People do. And you get used to it. So last night, I just found myself fed up. You know, I've gone through my DVDs over and over again, watching the same things over and over again, and I got bogged off. Put the telly on. The Hillsborough disaster documentary was on, sort of thing, about Anne. That was on. So I watched that for a bit. Then I turned that off, and the surf channels, you know, channel surf, saw what was on, switched the telly off, turned it back on again, switched it off. So last night was a bit boring. Shall we say boring? I made myself a cup of coffee and I'm going to get ready to go out, but I don't want to go out with that great big circle of people on the field. Because I just, you know, I don't like dogs jumping all over me. And if they they are there, I'll go round the other way. They've only just started doing that, by the way. Every time I go out, there's a great circle of people. That was all over the New Year. Anyway, so yeah, today is basically pretty much the same. I haven't had a call from my mother. Somebody's laughed outside just now. A male voice was laughing and people stood on the pavement. But I mean, I don't really stand and look out the window anymore, not unless someone makes a spectacle of themselves and makes a load of noise. But I don't stand on that balcony. I mean, I could go out on the field. I don't need to sit on there and watch. It's like a prison anyway, because all the balconies got it's a patterned metal effect, and you kind of, when you sit down, it's like a fence, looking through a fence, so even that's blocked off. Alexa, can you put LBC radio on?
LBC London from Global Player.
People who are really going to feel this big change. It's also very short term. I mean, one of the things that we need to be looking at is how do we help people longer term to give them some insulation, is the best comment, literally, against future energy price shocks. And I think that is something that we need to be thinking through as well as these short term measures. But 5% is not really enough to help people through this crisis now.
What should be being done there?
Well, I mean, there's been talk about whether we have a windfall cap. I mean, one of the reasons that drives hugely high prices of wholesale gas, which means that somebody in the system is profiting a lot. So whether there's a sort of windfall approach that we could do that could then be used to support householders, but also invest
Do you want a situation where the government effectively fines companies for doing well?
No, I mean, the situation we find ourselves in isn't particularly because anybody's done this thing really well. It's because of particular sector circumstances, not just in the UK but worldwide, where we find ourselves with energy price spiking. And I have to say, I would say it's actually because people have done things slightly not as well as they could have done is the reason we're seeing these spikes. So it's not about doing well in a particular situation. It's just
stop. It's about high price energy bills, electric and gas are rising. Yeah, so I find January, the first part of January is taking the Christmas decorations down, and it's slack, it's slow, and there's nothing. The shops have still got the old December stock they're trying to get rid of. So I find January's like, you know, you don't start getting into the year until January's nearly gone. You know what I mean? And then you've got Valentine's Day, which really doesn't mean that much to me because I'm on my own, right? And then you've got Easter, and then it all starts all over again, you know, Easter eggs. Then it's the school summer holidays, and then lo and behold, you're getting ready for Christmas again. So you know, and time is, as you get older, especially when you're my age and older, time just zooms past, and you want to make the most of it. And believe you me, I'm trying, but time, you know, I mean, we're already in January the 5th. I mean, really, January the 5th, 5 days of 2022 have just gone like that. And there's me, wants to get things done and do new stuff, and zoom, it's gone, you know. Right. So Thomas texted me, Crystal, on Facebook dating, wow, you look gorgeous. I mean, what do you say to that, right? And then I get sent pictures of blokes with enormous stepstone teeth, right? And then, you know, you don't need to dress flash to impress anybody. You don't need to walk down the road in winter in sunglasses and flash trousers and, you know, new shoes to impress people. You know, I'm a woman, right? I'm a woman who's trying to look after my elderly mother. You're not going to catch me walking down the road in flash sunglasses in winter. See you later.